All right, our top economists are here, and I want to hit it again. It's time to cut the capital gains tax. Index it for inflation, raise the exemptions, unlock the housing market, and it would help other assets throughout the economy as well. Joining us, Douglas Holtz-Eakin, American Action Forum, President and former CBO Director, and Marc Sumerlin, Evenflow Macro Managing Partner, former NEC Deputy as well. Get that one in. So, all right, Marc, you start. I'm campaigning on this. I want, you know, here's a number, by the way. We looked at this. I think it's probably true. Since 1997, we haven't changed the capital gains exemptions from the sale of a home since 1997. So guess what? The CPI, the level of the CPI is up 107% in nearly 30 years. And we haven't indexed cap gains for inflation, and we haven't even indexed the cap gains exemption for inflation. So I'm on the warpath. Put it in 3.0. Let's do it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me. I mean, first of all, I want to step back for a second and say that both of the tax bills that President Trump has done in his first term and his second term have worked. And we're seeing that. The One Big Beautiful Bill is really helping investment spending right now. We saw that in the Fed minutes today. And so the track record on taxes is pretty good. So if you want to go for a third one, I'm with you on that. And when what's really unique about housing is it's a subject of a problem area in the fact that too many people are locked into their homes. And we can see that we have $170 trillion of wealth in the U.S. And if we could unlock that and allow that to move down, and that's the part, you know, for younger people, it might be the mortgage rate. For older people, it's the tax burden. And a lot of older people want to move into something simpler like an apartment. And if we could get that stuff moving again and get some of that wealth to move maybe from grandparents to children, that would be certainly beneficial. So I would welcome a conversation around that.
Well, good. I mean, Douglas, you know, there's a lot of empty nesters out there, and they've owned these large homes or multi-bedroom homes for 40 years. So why should anybody pay tax on inflation? It's not their fault that the Federal Reserve created too much money or the federal government spends too much money. We should give them a break.
Well, candidate Kudlow and campaign manager Sumerlin, you're both fired. I mean, the number here is zero, folks, zero. The best part of the 17 Act and the One Big Beautiful Bill Act was the business tax reforms. And you can go through a number of business tax reforms where the right rate on capital income is zero. And so your capital gains rate should be zero, Larry, and it should be zero for housing, it should be zero for all capital assets. And you build a reform around that, and you have the right components for savings, investment, and growth, and we'd be fine. So
see that?
I think you'd be more aggressive.
I'm a moderate. I'm practically a liberal. I'm just saying index it for inflation and raising. You want to go to zero, you crazy
I've always
person,
wanted to go to zero.
I've
always wanted to go to zero. And it's not a timing thing. It's a reform. Get it to zero, keep it at zero, build the economy around that. That's the key.
Oh, I love that. Marc Sumerlin, did you mention the Fed minutes today? What came out of that? Do they want to raise rates? Are they going to push Kevin Warsh around, or are they going to be reasonable?
Yeah, I think there are two parts to that. The first one is you have to mention growth. By everything in there, the economy's doing well. Both investment and consumption is kind of humming along at the moment. There is a concern about this inflationary impulse that we have. The 2-year break even tells you it's going to work out over 2 years. That's still hitting 2%, so it's probably temporary, but we're getting kind of some front-loaded costs from AI that people are worried about. And half the committee wants to hike rates this year, half doesn't. That means it's up to the chair, so he'll be able to get what he wants at the meeting in July.
Oh, that's very interesting. They'll split him up. That's very, very interesting. Doug Holtz-Eakin, why the Atlanta Fed has GDP now at 1.4%. And Marc is talking about an investment boom, a business boom, profits boom, productivity boom, durable goods boom. How do they come off with 1.4% right now?
I don't know.
1.3. I'm sorry, 1.3.
You know, we're going to get retail sales next week, and we'll see what the read on the household sector is. The only way you get a number that small is you have to have the household sector crater, and it's not. So I thought the minutes read the way Mark said. Mark's really good at reading every adverb and things like that. I thought the notable hawkishness in this is there wasn't a single word about cuts. There's nothing in the survey of economic projections, nothing about some participants thought cuts would be appropriate. Given all the pressure that was on Warsh coming into the job, you might have thought he'd get that in the minutes somewhere up front. It's not there. So this is a hawkish minutes. There's no question.
Yeah, all right. Well, adverbs matter, I guess. Doug Holtz-Eakin, thank you. Marc Sumerlin, thank you, gentlemen.